is Raphael Sungu and I come from Build Africa, Kenya. It's an NGO that supports education. We have been working in this region and we chose to do some work at Kapsita, and our interest was to support infrastructure development to make this school a center for excellence so that the children around this area can do well and also compete with others from other areas. So we appreciate the support we have got from the community, the work we are doing together in this school. The area MP has also been supportive in this school. We appreciate the commitment that he has even made today, but we want to commit to the parents that we will continue working with them to give our children in Kenya good education, wherever they are, whether they are in urban areas or whether they're deep in the rural areas. This is a very rural area, but you can see from what we have been able to put together, they will they'll even be able to access ICT lessons in this school. So we appreciate, they'll do science lessons as well. We also want to recognize the donor who supported us to do this. And we want to continue working in this area with the leaders and other stakeholders to improve educational outcomes in the whole of Nakuru County. Thank you very much. I want to tell the students is these are facilities that are not easy to get everywhere. Now that they have them in this school, they have no reason to perform well in the exams. We want to assure them that if they put effort, they can make it in education, and they can also compete with other students in other schools which have similar facilities. So it's the effort they put that will now see them through. The bicycles we issued today, because some of the students come from very far, and the distances sometimes can be very tiring. So for those students who come from very far, we are happy that we have been able to provide them with bicycles that will ease their transport coming to school and going back. We're also happy the area MP has also added an additional 2 bicycles to the ones we brought. So this is good because we had given 22 and now he's made it 24. Just out of goodwill in the spur of the moment, which is something we love, because at the end of the day, the work that we are partnering in requires that we motivate children. So today he has put an additional 2. This is a journey. We know that we'll continue partnering and working together to ensure that this school becomes a center of excellence within Nakuru County.
A chemistry lab and a physics laboratory, and this will goes in line with the message I've been saying. The difference between a primary school and a secondary school is these facilities, especially science laboratory, because I've also been saying we need to make the education to be a level playing field, where that students who goes to a day school has an equal opportunity to succeed in the exams and in life as that goes to a boarding school or even a national school. And the way to do that, all these schools have qualified teachers. The difference is the infrastructure need of these schools. And this is, therefore, these efforts between Build Africa and myself will actually make sure that all our day schools in Molo constituency will have an equipped science laboratory. And I'm sure when you do that, this will spur performance in our schools, and will also spur confidence in our students, and parents will even be more motivated to take their children to day schools. Because one of the challenges that you've had is with boarding schools, one, they're more expensive, they're even farther away. So when these parents are struggling to pay school fees, they're even struggling to pay transport for these kids to go to those boarding schools. But if we encourage parents to take their kids to day schools and make sure that those day schools have enough facilities, the burden of paying the fees for these students will be less, and therefore these parents will be left with even more money to do other developments, and the levels of poverty therefore subsequently will therefore go down. So this is really to thank Build Africa even for the thought of the bicycles, and plus the additional ones that I've given to also facilitate the students when coming to school. So by the time we mwanafunzi anafika shuleni, they're not too tired to concentrate in class. The journey towards making sure there is quality education in this country should not just be a government idea. It should be every stakeholder out there. This is an NGO that has come up. We need to ask the private sector, what are they doing for their CSR, for their corporate social responsibility? How do we make sure that we hold them accountable for such projects? And if now there's that collaboration between the church, between the private sector, the corporate sector, and the government, the needs of our schools and the problems, the challenges within our schools will all go down. So if there's one institution that is able to do an ICT lab and a physics lab, then what if all institutions in Kenya did that? And I also like to congratulate for their model. You know, the CEO was telling us that they have fewer employees. They have less than
We have a total of 8 employees in the organization.
8. Only 8 employees in an organization. And you're going to see those 8 employees have been able to actualize this project and others across Kenya. But you have many NGOs that have more employees and more salaries than even the project that you're going to see on the ground. And therefore, I think we even need to, even the donors out there need to ask the NGOs they're sending money to, what is that money going to do? Is it going directly towards the needs of the people? Because we have NGOs there out there that are fundraising in UK and the US, saying that they're doing projects, but the only projects they're doing is paying hefty salaries to their employees and hefty allowances. But there are no projects that can be seen on the ground. So this is a very good model. Only employees, but we are seeing results on the ground, not just on paper.